So hello everyone and welcome to another trading session. Was supposed to be a little bit earlier, but some things didn't go as planned, so here we are. So to kick things off, we'll do a bit of a market analysis. Let me just share my screen with you. There we go. So we'll start with the daily chart. So following yesterday's session, we didn't get the confirmation we were looking for below Saturday's low, which is here, Saturday, this candle here. So because of that, the downside scenario is temporarily paused and not invalidated, just delayed in a case. So what we're actually seeing right now is a local bounce, but it's important to understand what's actually driving it. So this move has largely been news driven, especially by headlines around Trump mentioning the direct and indirect negotiation with, I can't even speak, mentioning the direct and indirect negotiations with Iran and calling them successful. Now, typically, this kind of news boosts short-term risk appetite. So it brings buyers into the market, creating these reactive upside moves. And the key point is, headlines alone don't change the market structure. So without the proper confirmation, these moves can be unreliable and often fade. Now, typically, price has moved where we expected. We entered the daily fair value gap, and that is sitting around 68,000 and 67,300. And price is currently sitting at 67,762. So we are in that fair value gap at the minute. And so the main area of interest right now is where the real decision is going to be made. So within that zone, what I'm watching for closely is the potential formation of a divergence, especially around Friday's high. And that would kind of give us that additional confirmation for that continuation to the downside. And it's slowly creeping up to there. So we're already starting to see a bit of a disconnect forming between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if we were to go on the Ethereum chart, you can see the difference in the market. What did we have? We had, there we go. And so Ethereum is approaching key levels much faster, while Bitcoin is still being held inside this gap. And that kind of behavior creates the conditions for that divergence that I just mentioned. And it's kind of something that we want to pay attention to. So if we do get the additional divergence confirmed, the next move toward the downside targets becomes much more likely. So I believe Friday's high was this candle here. So we're kind of slowly creeping up to that price. So yeah, but until that confirmation comes in, then the most probable scenario is a continued consolidation, and the market is likely just building liquidity there and preparing for the next impulsive move. So for now, patience. Let's see how this market reacts, and then obviously we will react as well. So with that, we can now have a look into some trading. We have a lot of different interesting futures to trade from. We've got, I think that's 1 million baby Doge. And then we have Avant USD, Monad, MYX Finance, Litecoin, Pump Fund. I think I did a couple of trades on Pump Fund before. Chainlink, Asta, Hyperliquid, Pepe, Doge, XRP, Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. I've mostly traded Bitcoin for now. But first, we can have a look at, let's say, Pepe. Let's have a look at Pepe. So, looking at So let's have a look on a wider time frame, see if we can get any indication of where the market's headed. From what I'm currently seeing, we might see an uptrend continuing, but it's not 100%. Nothing ever is, but yeah. I'm just judging by the peak and the peak. And we've got two lows at the minute. So around now we could expect a bearish move until we get like some kind of confirmation that a trend is coming. So we could wait around for a little bit of a confirmation to form. So let's say around maybe even this level here is currently, or we get some consolidation and then we kind of get a position, because I'm not really expecting the price to move up so sharply, as we have got some consolidation in this area before the price actually does go bullish. So that is kind of what I would expect in this area as well. So it could get a little bit of a bullish move and then some consolidation, and then it will break through this previous peak and then create that uptrend. So as for Pepe, 1000 Pepe that is, we can kind of wait on a stronger, like an indication to form. So we can put that around here somewhere, and then we'll come back to that later on. So Doge, what do we have for Doge? We're going a 30-minute time frame. We'll try to get some levels drawn, some support and resistance levels, so we can actually have a check if those key levels are there, and if there is going to be any resistance.
I had a health condition and you hypnotized me.
Yep, hypnotized. That's how I feel. So we were looking for some support resistance levels, so I'm going to try find, like, you know, ones that are spaced out as much as possible, so we get the bigger picture in a way, so we can see how much the price is likely to move, because sometimes if you have those levels closer together, they cannot be as accurate, and the price can go, you know, through the levels and then come back in, and it kind of gives us a bit of a false reading. But if they're as far apart as you want them, then it kind of gives us like a indication that these are like the borders, these are the actual levels, because they're in the right place in a case. Seen too much in there. Alright, we'll go on to XRP. Music's too loud. How is that? Is it better? That's crazy. Need to pin? What do you mean? Need to pin what? I've got no clue what you're talking about. I'm trying to find some support resistance levels here, so I don't know what you're talking about. There we go. We got some confirmation of that level, so we have this candle touch. We have also this candle touch. And that's in a 30-minute time frame, so it's pretty good. And now if we were to look for a support level, we can go off of No, I don't. I'd have no clue. There we go, that's a good level. So now we could realistically expect the price to kind of come down. It's kind of losing the momentum right now. So when it gets to about, now it's at 50.41, when we get to about 20 to 30, and if the price is around this level, we could expect a chance for a long position to be taken there. So we are gonna, that's XRP, we've had a look at Doge, we've had a look at Pepe, and that is where XRP is at. So now we are gonna look at Solana, then Ethereum, and then Bitcoin. We'll obviously find the levels for each of them, and then we'll go back to each one, see how they're doing, and potentially get some trades. So let's have a look. Ethereum, oh, that's not Ethereum, that's Solana, sorry. Seems to be on a bullish, very bullish move. Not so, it's like, oh, look at that, it's like pumping, then some, a bit of a steadier move, another one, steadier move, and then we've kind of got a bit of one here, but it's not as sharp as the other ones were, but still there. A very strange market structure. We've got a bit of a downtrend here, and then it starts going uptrend. It might have an uptrend now. By the looks of it, it might actually be. Or do these two seem to be the same? It appears these two little waves seem to be the same. So ideally what we want to see is like a, let me just show you. I want to see like a wave and then a wave, like one that's higher. Well, these two seem to be exactly level, so I want to see like something like that, and then we can get the third one. So we can catch the train for the third one. Yes, I feel like it's ever so slightly above, but if it's above, then it's above, you know. But yeah, if we do go on a higher time frame, it doesn't really give us much indication of some key levels, but we can try and mark them out in a 5-minute time frame. So if we go to horizontal line, and then that one seemed pretty good. Even this bearish candle touches it, and then we have a couple confirmations. We've got one here, and then we've got one here as well, and then we've also got a false break, so that level is pretty strong. And then as for the support level, we could realistically go based off of this one. That's a very good one. So as you can see, we went based off on this bottom of this bearish candle here, and then as we can see, we've got a false break here, and then we have a confirmation of that level 3 times. One here, see this red candle touch, this one too, and then we have only the bullish candle touching that one. So right now, what we could expect is either a break through that level or a move for a bearish move, and it come to touch this level here, and then kind of consolidate in that area. but it can also keep moving bullish as that level isn't as you know, strong. It's only a 5-minute time frame, so you know, if we were to get like a 15-minute or a 30-minute, we could expect something bigger. So based off of that, we could realistically, I mean the RSI isn't as strong, but it does seem to be going on a decline at the minute. So we're going to take that position and we're going to put a stop loss of around 84.78. 84.78. Okay, well that is doing its thing. We can have a look at Ethereum. Seems to be pretty trendy today. Trendier than normal, that is. So we are now on Ethereum. Like I said, it seems to be pretty trendy. But yeah, this is also a level where Ethereum could struggle to get through. It's kind of like sat at that level. See, the price dipped once before, so there is some kind of indication that it's there. Now it might try break through, and then we could obviously see another bearish move, and then maybe try again, and then again, or it could either go through, and then if it does, we could expect a continuation up to about 2,118. So indicators, what do the indicators tell us? Indicators kind of tell us we could be on a reversal. Currently we're sitting at an RSI of 67.16. So this could be that level where the price does come back down. And if we're looking in a 1 hour time frame, then the price drop we would expect it to go to would be about 2026. Okay, so we're gonna leave Ethereum for now, and then Bitcoin does seem to be on a kind of the same kind of wave, same kind of move. Looks pretty good for today. So since the US market opened, the price was at about 67,800, and it dropped to about 67,100-ish, somewhere around there. Price does seem to be consolidating at the minute. As you can see, in the last about an hour, we haven't seen much price movement. 5 minutes, kind of the same. And then 1 minute might tell us we could be up for a slight I mean, the indicators do tell us that this high wasn't as strong as this previous high. You can see the momentum it had. And then this one was about 76.17 and this one was 72. So we could expect a bearish move now. So it's currently at 56.97 on the 1 hour time frame, which kind of does suggest that we might see that lack of momentum to break through that level, and we do get a bearish move. And then Solana does seem to be going in the direction that we want it to, as you can see. So the previous 4 or 5 candles have been literally in that same level. That's looking at it from a 15-minute time frame. So if we go 1 minute, you can see that we could now expect that move all the way down to that support level. And then once we get to that level, we can then expect a bounce off of that level and a continuation of that consolidation, that that staying inside that level. That's until we get some kind of bigger market structure forming, maybe a bigger player or something along those lines. Very nice, very nice. So this trade does look very nice. You can see the comparison from the markets we had a couple of days ago, and even our last stream, where the markets were just terrible, and we couldn't really get any kind of market movement. I mean, that's what we get on the weekends. Like weekends, there's not really much movement. Markets seem to be choppy. So yeah. So currently we're kind of waiting for that price to come down to our support level, and then we can actually set a limit order right now. So we can expect the price to go slightly below our take profit, or to be safe, we can just put it at our take profit. So we're going to be just trading with the trend today. So we'll put 83.95. And our take profit would be around 84.67. 84.67. And a stop loss of around, we'll go to 83.78. 83.78. So obviously the profit margin will increase as the price comes down even lower. So that is our limit order, as you can see. Oh, you can't see, my face is in the way. Let me just... There you go, I think you can see now. That's better, so you can see my mouse now. So the market order and the limit order. The limit order is pretty much when we expect maybe a price to go to a certain level, and then at that level we can then, you know, open that position. So price will now come to the level I've desired, which was the 83.95, and then the order will open, and you know, it will be underway. So price entry was, we need 83.95. 95. And then we'd have a take profit of 84.67, and then we press buy long, and then now we wait for that limit order. So you see, this is where our limit order will be executed. So as soon as the price comes down to this level, a buy order will be put into the market, and then our take profit would be up there. So now we kind of just wait, and whilst we wait, we can have a look at some other futures. Say for example, pump fund. Pump fund seems to be on quite a big decline, and look at the RSI right now, 24, and now it's on the rise again. So we could realistically be in for a long position at the minute. You see, it's very low. 27 is pretty low. You see, last time we had 23, and all of them have seemed to, you know, go bullish. No. Right. So we're currently at 31 point. We were going to go for a 0.0017. So what would that give us? 0.0017. $2. Nice. And a stop loss of 0.00169. $8.50. Nope, not too small. So Solana seems to be having a bit of a what's the word? Bit of resistance. But I am expecting that to be like a little wave, and we do continue and get our take profit in. So once we get that take profit in, we then also open a position for a long. We open the long position. So we now, realistically, we could see a reversal forming. You can see how low this RSI just was. So it was at about 31, and you can see like an uptrend here. Well, judging from the RSI, you can. There, and then there. So each peak was higher than the previous. So it kind of looks like it might be losing that momentum. It was pushing a little bit bullish. It's kind of lost its momentum here. So you could still expect that bearish move towards our take profit. So it's kind of like a waiting game at the minute. It does look to be pretty trendy today, like just comparing that to the other live session that we had, it was not good at all, like it was all over the place. We'd see very choppy price action. You'd have like candles with small bodies, but then the wicks would be massive, and it would just leave like a massive, like a block of candles, and there wouldn't really be any, movement. So it looks like it's lost that momentum. We've got like a kind of like a not really a doji. I was going to say doji candle, but it's not. So if you haven't checked out today's video, make sure you do. And subscribe if you haven't, because we have daily videos coming out with very important things in them. And if you guys want to check out the exchange that I'm on, the link is in the description. If you want to trade alongside with me, it's a very nice exchange. I use it literally every single day, so it is very good. Seems to be a bit of a fight between the price at the minute. Might see a bit of consolidation before we actually see an actual a price, movement. Seems to be a stronger side for the buyer positions. And where's that music? These adverts are a joke. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the So what we had earlier was that fair value gap. It kind of, I think it touched the top of that box. So it peaked to a price of around, let me be precise, 68,129. It does seem like it's a little bit of a rounded off peak. Some resistance there. It's like the same as in, say like here or here maybe. You can see there's like the resistance is there. Like we do see it like a 51 to 49 most of the time. It's like a 50-50, but then it kind of does look like the buyers are overpowering the sellers, but at the same time the price is still continuing to come down for that bearish move towards that support level. But you can see it's weakening, like the movement and the momentum is getting seen weaker and weaker. Currently we're at 35. So I believe if we get to about, I don't know, like 27 or something like that, then we could expect a reversal to kind of form. Or even about now, like it's kind of reached this little bit of a level here. So if we were to put that take profit at about 64.1, we'll do 64.07. So it's kind of it was very close to coming up to that level now. So we are going to close by market.
Introducing Grammarly, like you've never.
Bruh. Let me just listen to my music, please. It'll be fantastic. So I did close that last order by market, so we don't get a reversal, and then because it did look like the price was reversing, like the indicator was getting weaker, and yeah, we just didn't want to take unnecessary risk that it was preventable. So the RSI is getting lower and lower. Currently it's at 30 to 31. Right, so I'm gonna pop for a drink really quick and I'll be back. Back in just a second. Alright guys, I am back in business. Oh, look at that. Consolidation at its finest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candles of consolidation. You see that? I've just come back and it started moving again. Must be a sign. I do think it might struggle with the current area that it's at, like getting past here. Maybe it was accumulating that price, but now if it does return back up to that resistance level, that would be very, very, very good, because that would show that we entered. That would make, I'm trying to say two separate sentences in one. So what I'm trying to say is that would show us that our move was correct, and I forgot about the one. Anyway. This is a banger, straight banger. So, I'm not too sure why the support and resistance levels don't show up in the different time frames, but yeah. Yeah, some consolidation here. You can see that the RSI is kind of intermediate. It's at a pretty steady level, so we're not going to concentrate on that too much right now. Avant seems to be maybe on the same kind of thing, but look at this very steady bearish downfall. So there's not much to go off of here. Seems to be pretty jumpy. We could see a reversal coming up right now, and then coming to probably previous. I mean, we could actually see a previous peak would kind of be around here, so that's where I could expect that price to go. What's going on over here? By the looks of things, it does look like we're going to get that reversal back up to resistance level. So we was looking at, we've got Mon USD. What have we got? Strength wise, if we go for a high time frame, sorry, not too much. We could expect actually a uptrend. You can see we've got a peak here, and then this peak is a little bit higher than this one, so we could expect a bit more consolidation, like a very nice longer move like this. But that would probably be like tomorrow then. So tomorrow daytime we could expect like a potential buy zone, or even at early morning. So yeah. Well, that's looking at it from a a longer time frame, but then we've got all the other futures. XRP seems to be in a level-to-level consolidation as well. So we could expect a move down to this support level here. That is a very strong level as well. And then what is happening? I believe this might have been... I'm not too sure, I can't really tell. So Solana seems to be a bit it can't decide where it wants to go. You can see the last couple candles. Yeah, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They've had it's having a bit of trouble. It's having a bit of trouble. But yeah, if this price now comes through this previous peak, then we could definitely expect a move right up to the resistance level. So the previous peak, ooh, what did I just do then? No way, let's look at this, it's crazy. So I click the side of my mouse and it just goes to a different, look at that. I can be even faster now. I can be even faster at trading. Yeah, so it's broken through that previous peak. So now we have a much higher chance and probability that it's gonna definitely come back up to that resistance level. It might have a little bit of struggle in this area here. And then right, this song is You're Done, You're Finished. Come on, let me skip. Thank you very much. I mean, I would go on that other website, but it's like a silly mix of songs. It just I've got to even turn some of them off. It's that bad. Here you can you got 3, 4, 5 songs you can just let go, so it's fine. Seems to be having a bit of trouble, a bit of resistance from the short positions. I mean, it would have been slightly better if we had I think we had 9.4. That might have been the perfect. I believe I did have 83.94 as an entry price previously. So if we were to look in a 5-minute time frame, then we do see this candle does touch that level. There is a confirmation of that level. We have another one here. I believe we had a stronger indication on a 15-minute time frame. Yeah, so we've got 2, 1, 2. So our stop loss is below that level just in case. So we are not too worried as of now. What we'd expect is for the price to come to that level, either confirm it or we have a false break. I was just listening to this song. It's just one of the ones, one of the OG songs. You can see there is quite a bit of resistance there. A nice long bit of consolidation. Structure-wise, what we could see now is maybe a downtrend forming, because as we see, we've got like a peak here, we've got like kind of like a low here. It's more of a stretched out one, and then a bit of a peak here, and then if we would to go a bit further, then we could realistically get like a third one, but it'd have to be small. So, but I don't know if there's enough room for it to form, considering we only have kind of this section left. There's not much room, so that's just a hypothetical. That's just how what I'm seeing. But at the same time, the fact that the price has broken through this I won't even call that high, to be fair. I mean, it's the only bullish candle, but that doesn't automatically mean it's a high. It could change everything if the price was to come above this previous high. So you'd call this kind of like a high, because, well, that is the highest point the price was. And this is probably the lowest point the price was, and that's just talking in the space of what, like 15-20 minutes. Yeah, about 15-20 minutes. So So once the trade goes through, then we could potentially look at some other futures, for example XRP or Dogecoin or Pepe. Pepe, we didn't have much to go off. It's in a bit of a consolidation, but we could expect a downtrend. You can see a peak here, a low here, peak here, essentially a low here, and a peak approximately maybe half the size of this movement here, so around this kind of peakish area here. So and you can see the momentum is kind of coming to an end. So it peaked at about 76.27, and now we're at 39.9. So realistically, yeah, I could expect a peak around this area here. A gradual, so it's a nice gradual downtrend. You can see there's not much of a you know, like a sharp difference between these peaks. So it's like a nice rounded peak, very nice rounded peak. Like we don't have spikes and, you know, dips, spikes and valleys, like none of that's there. So and yeah, by the looks of it, say if this was nah, never mind. And then here, obviously for Doge, we have a downtrend. So you see a peak here, a peak here, a peak here. It's not as sharp as you'd normally get, but you can definitely see markets are a lot trendier today. I believe there is a key level here. There's definitely a key level there. I can just smell it. So if I were just to quickly boom. No, that won't be quite it. Boom, there we go. You can see price continues in that level, touches. There's a bit of false break in here. False break, comes back down, tries that level again. Comes back down, false break, touches that level again, false break. False break again, price accumulation, bam, through. And then, yeah, like the level I believe is kind of invalid from that point on. So very nice key level here, you can see, very nice. For Solana, I think that price just dipped a little bit, and now we're back up for that bullish uptrend. We're not in an uptrend yet, but we might be coming from this little little peak here. So what we can expect is a peak forming around here. So maybe like here, and then we get like a low. Sorry, a peak somewhere there, and then a low like there, and then another peak somewhere there. We'll have a bit of a problem like getting through this level here, but if we do, then we'll definitely, well, not definitely, because you know nothing is guaranteed, but we've got a higher probability of coming up to that resistance level. So you see the price now has stopped exactly on that previous peak. See? Oh, might not be exactly, but very close. Very close. Very good, very nice. Oh, another banger. Powers of the sun. I think Doge is a nice downtrend, yeah. Look at that, lovely. Well, yeah, that level was valid up until about here, where it broke that structure, and then from that point on, it didn't kind of. I mean, it kind of did stay within that level, like, you know, like we don't see it go, you know, I don't know, here or, you know, somewhere down here. It does kind of still stay within that range. Like it doesn't dip or, you know, blow up immediately, but it does kind of stay within that level. But this is, yeah, it's a very nice downtrend, very nice. Look at that lovely consolidation, jumping from level to level, very nice. Look at that. Touches, just misses it, comes through again, just about, comes through again for a false break, false break again, false break again, false break again. We do have quite a few candles touching that support level as well. We have one here, false break, another one here, and I believe that's it. If we were to, that was just like a quick one anyway, but if we were to come off of a you know, like a 30-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, then yeah, of course it would be a lot stronger. So Solana seems to be consolidating at the minute. Maybe some price accumulation for a bigger breakout. Maybe to even break this whole key level, but I'm not too sure. I mean, that level has been valid for quite some time, so from 10:55 this morning, it's kind of stayed in that whole level all day long. It had a few false breakouts, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe more. These are smaller ones. You can see some consolidation, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that an hour? No, that's 5 minutes, around 5 minutes, so that's like, oh, how many candles we've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 25 minutes of consolidation, so that's, I mean, it's could be worse, you know, as always, could be worse, anything could be worse. I'm just trying to understand what kind of situation we're currently in regarding this price movement. Are we preparing for a bigger move, maybe to break the support level and come through it, or what are we doing? This like one of those edit songs. I've got some interesting facts about Solana. Did you know? I didn't even know this. Solana apparently has insanely fast blockchain. Solana can handle 65,000 plus transactions per second. Way faster than most blockchains like Bitcoin or Ethereum. I mean, we could get. It's very dense. Like it's a bit of. It's a bit choppy. I mean, I'm not seeing like much to go off. You know. We might see like a tiny trend in that case. You can see by the indicators we've got like a peak here, but it looks to me as if those peaks are both the same. Yeah, just about. So that's literally what has happened. like I said, the price will either accumulates until it breaks, through. But if we were to look on a 5-minute time frame, we can now see if the price is actually broken through that level or not. For all we know right now, we could have a false break forming here. Like the price, dips slightly below that line, but then comes back up. And it kind of matches the previous candle's point movement. Which I believe might be happening, but I'm not. You can see the resistance is there from the buy side positions. So this is the biggest move we've had in this. What have we got? About, like I said, 20 to 25 minutes, maybe to 30 minutes of consolidation. And this is the biggest move we've had so far. The biggest candle, points-wise, movement-wise, speed-wise as well. That was a pretty, fast move. So yeah, this maybe was, the outburst, and now the real move could begin. So you can see it didn't obviously break through that level. It broke through that level, but it wasn't a true break, so it was a false break. You can see price accumulating, short bodies, big wicks. And then, as I said before, the next candle kind of like mimics or matches, maybe even overpowers the points movement from the previous candle. Like, say for example, it's like two candles which are nearly the same amount of point movement. So let me find a good example. Like say, I'd say this area here, it's not quite as matched as what I'm saying, but it's very, very similar. Like we've got this big move up, big bullish move, and then this candle is more than half the size of this one, and then the rest kind of matches, the rest of that movement kind of match that movement. So based off of that, say if we've got a big move up, and then it slowly comes down, and then it continues, maybe that's the same thing we kind of could expect going on here. But in that case, there wasn't a level. I don't believe a level for to kind of bounce off of. Yeah, so you can see it didn't even. It went through it, so we don't have a false break. It would have been better if it did touch it. That would make that level even stronger. But the market decided what it was going to do when it did it. So yeah, that's all there is to it really. But now you can see how strong this move is. It seems to be stronger than this move, this downwards move that we just had. So if we do go past this kind of previous peak here, then we can expect that upward move to continue. It was pretty close to our take profit, to our stop loss, but we managed to hold on and kind of sail it out. And there we go, it's broken through that previous peak. Bum, bum, bum. So currently we're kind of just waiting out this trade to finish. Like, you can look at the size of that move. Obviously we didn't break through that level. And now we've got a big bullish move. So what I'd expect now is maybe a little, a little bearish move and a continuation up to that resistance level, or just to get a big move up to that resistance level as a whole. And then we could open maybe another order for a short position at the top. So, got a question for you guys. Like, what is it that you actually want to learn? Do you want to learn maybe some psychology, some technical analysis, more indicators, anything? So let me know in the comments below. Maybe you got something you want to see. Like, say for example, I go through indicators, or how to maybe open positions. Anything like that, so let me know. But yeah, make sure to check out link in description. You can be on the same platform as I use, and then you can kind of copy what I do, not in a financial advice way, but a position wise, and marking out the levels and all these important things. So make sure you do that if you haven't already. So you see we've got like a little peak here, kind of at this level. So we have broken through this whole structure here. So realistically now, what we can expect is like a peak here, a continuation, maybe another peak lower down, say around this area, and then a continuation all the way up to around here, where we could get a reversal from that resistance level. So right around now is where I would expect the price to come back up for that continuation, or we could either go all the way down to that previous level and test it again, or maybe with enough momentum break through that level completely. But it seems unlikely at this given time. Looking at how sharp and strong this bullish move was, and it broke through multiple of these levels, then we can expect that continuation up to that resistance level. But you know, I'm just I mean, that's what I personally think is going to happen. In the meantime, we can have a look at something else. Say, for example, XRP. I still did like the look at that lovely trend from the Doge. A bit of a slower movement here. Pepe still kind of in that mid-range. Not too trendy, not too active. Hype, kind of the same thing. You see, not too active. A big bearish move. Hype, not too much info on that. Aster. We could expect maybe a move maybe back up to this level for Aster USD, and then another potential downwards move. Solana seems to be a bit sus, bit suspicious. I feel like it might want to break through that level, that support level that we had marked out, as you can see. Ignore this middle one, that was just like the high of this candle here. You can see there's been quite a lot of consolidation, about 30 minutes definitely now. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe like, what's that, 35 is it? Can't do my times tables. Yeah, about 45 minutes I think it is. So if we've got three candles there. One, kind of 4, but I don't think I counted that last one. That was these two, I believe. And so 1 minute time frame, we do seem to be still in that range, but I mean, this could have been like a paranormal move, but it's not big enough to class it as that. Like a paranormal move and a paranormal candle, like I'd say, is probably like maybe something like this, or like maybe this move here, because it will look like a different move on like candles like this. This is definitely a paranormal candle. Like that's without a doubt. Like, no doubt. No doubt. So it's still kind of, you know, stuck in this consolidation, and yeah, I mean, what we can do is have a look on Baby Doge one. Very choppy, like it's not as good looking as, you know, like Doge or, you know, something like that. Avant, same thing. I feel like I'm gonna stay away from the Avant, Avantis, Avant, whatever you want to call it, and the Baby Doge. There's not too much, price movement in them, and you can see it's very gradual, slow moving. But yeah, we can have a look at Pepe. Pepe is still in that kind of consolidation. I feel like they're all in a bit of a consolidation at the minute. Doge, where's Doge? Doge does look like it's on a 'em might even come down to here, so it's broke. I feel like it's broke through that level. 0.09. You can see it's not like it's not an uptrend, it's not a downtrend. Bit of like it's kind of a bit more like a choppy consolidation, if anything. So we've got two peaks here. It's kind of formed like an uptrend. So it's a third peak, second peak, third peak, and then I'm not sure what we've got going on at the minute. You can see the momentum is what the hell is it? So what I'm seeing is a low in the RSI. It seems to be coming lower and lower. So what we could expect is a weakness maybe for that level. That level. Oh my days. What we could expect is a weakness for that level, and then it wouldn't break it if it's not got enough momentum. So therefore, we can expect a reversal from that level. You can see the RSI is getting less and less. So we could expect around, that level that would get a reversal. But if the strength is there, then we have a continuation on our hands. So if we had to look, it does seem like it's broken through it. Oh my days, is she still on about Eleanor? You see, it's kind of backing up a bit. Coming, and then backing up. Kind of like what this candle did here. This one did a bit of a bigger false break, but then obviously it came back in within that range. I don't think we clocked it fast enough. Yeah, and we have been stopped out. Now we have Doge. Doge does seem to be on a decline. Can I finally listen to my music, please, or do I have to look at Lenore? Fabric softener. 5 minutes. In 5 minutes. What we got going on in 5 minutes? I believe we had a much stronger indication on the higher time frame. So 30 minutes, we are looking like we're gonna come all the way down to this level here, and it does seem pretty sharp, you can see. So if we were to stay in that trade for Solana, come on. YouTube just takes the mick, like it actually takes the mick. Oh, it seems to be coming back up. Cool. Cool, very cool. I mean, it didn't break through here, did it? So I did try to update that stop loss, but I didn't do it in time. So yeah, that kind of fumbled a little bit. I mean, there was a slight bullish move, but then what are we going to have now? Hype does seem to be kind of at this level here, where it could break that structure. I believe that might be that ultimate low for hype. It doesn't look like it's been lower than that. Or maybe it has. Yeah. Oh no, we haven't. It's kind of the hype is on a downwards move, but that wouldn't be the lowest it has been at. Bitcoin, we're not getting much. I mean, it's pretty trendy. Like you're looking at, 5 minute time frame, closer and closer. 15 minute doesn't tell us too much, and then 1 minute is kind of. It's not bad. It's not bad. But right now, I'm not really getting any indication of, where price wants to go, where price is going to go. We could only kind of base it off the RSI indicator that we've currently got. I don't believe we have any support and resistance levels, but we can quickly drop some in. So it looks like it has broken that level. There's it's a relatively small level, but it is, you know, it is still there. We do have false breaks with the candles that confirm the level. So it's kind of at this level here where it might have a bit of struggle to, you know, get through this level here. It's like a level where the price had started to go on a big bullish move. Let's have a look at something like pump fund. So today pump fund is down 1.39%. Therefore, we might expect more of a downwards move, but not by a lot. As it starts to quieten down at the end of the day. Structure wise, not seeing too much. I mean, that's kind of what we could expect now. You can see the indicator is at 35, so that could be a potential buy zone. You can see kind of every buy zone that we've had. For example, this one was 32, this one was 26-ish, and now we're at 34. So this could be a potential downtrend continuation, but then we'd have to create a buy position for the price to come up approximately to this resistance level here. So you see Doge has actually made a pretty big move. But yeah, like I said, we are expecting Doge to come all the way down to this level here. This kind of level that the price did start coming up for a bullish move. Pump fun is down 1.72%. So what I'm expecting right now is a bit of a bullish move towards that resistance level, and then we'll obviously get a continuation of the downtrend. So what I'm expecting now is like a little peak to show. But yeah, Doge has gone quite nicely on that on that downwards move. And that's in the 15-minute time frame. So if you look at a 1 minute, kind of the next level that we'd expect to have a bit of trouble is probably that one. Like this is the area that the price started. You can see how much movement we've got over here. So what's Pump Fund got going on for us? Doesn't seem to be too friendly. He wants to just go through with that bearish move. I mean, this is kind of an area as well where we could have a bit of a rejection for that price, or we could just get stopped out right now. Look at Doge. Doge is on an absolute down. It's going down pretty nicely. And Pump Fund, we've been stopped out. But as for Doge, Doge is just going. He's just going and going. Look at him. He's going crazy. I feel like it's going to take quite a bit for that momentum to be stopped. It's a pretty strong move down. So whilst we are looking at that, we're just on hype, so we can actually have a look at something else like how's Pepe doing? Pepe is looking like he could be at a potential buy zone in approximately a minute or two. So let's have a peep. I mean, it's at 22. That is a pretty good buy zone, so you could realistically come back up to the previous peak, which is about 0.03366. Very nice number. 0.003366. So we're at RSI of 23.59. And we could take a 0.00333. Where are you? That's pretty okay. So I've got kind of a bit of a, I want to say a reversal, I'd say like a bit of resistance there. But we have got that same kind of move here. Bit of resistance and it still continues, bit of resistance, and then what I'm looking for is a continuation, but there's a pretty big move here. Kind of here, where the price could have a bit of problem getting through. Right, I need to go pop for a loop really quick, so I'll be back in literally 1 minute. Drank this drink and now I've run to the toilet. Right, back in just a second. Alright guys, I'm back. Apologies for that. So where are we at with Doge? Is still on that downwards move, is it? Looks like it. He tried to get that momentum back up, by the looks of it. Well, tried to get that momentum for a reversal, denied, and a smaller one denied, so potentially the next one might not even be it, like, you know, there. So we might not even have that little you know, little what's it called, like a peak round off, or what I expect now is like a bigger bearish candle. So what's Pepe doing? Pepe's doing good. Pepe's doing good. Show me Doge, please. What? Oh, that is Doge. Well, the 5-minute candle tells us we're still on a downwards move, so we've got a bit of consolidation, bit of resistance, and then 5-minute candles. About 2 minutes 30 left on that, so I think it's best we just wait and see by the end of the candle what we have going on. Just search something. Could we be up for a reversal? I don't know. Bit of consolidation, bit of a different price move. Pepe seems to be doing quite well. Oh, we still haven't got that green candle from the 5-minute time frame. So these next couple of candles will determine where the price does end up going. But to me, currently, it looks like the price will continue going bearish. So you can see the first one, the first move bullish was like slightly bigger, and then it kind of got evened out, and then again, and then now it's just super small. I feel like that momentum from the buyers has completely been finished off. What? Finished off? You can see there's still some consolidation there, but there is a little bit of strength left on the buyer side. So you can see it's kind of like a 50-50, and a 50-51-49, and then it's 51-51. Yeah, it's kind of mixing there, mixy. So an interesting thing that we are going to have on Everdex soon is metals. So you'll be able to trade gold as well. Personally, my favourite is gold. I love trading gold. So I'm very excited for that. So I'm kind of waiting for that continuation for gold, for Doge, sorry. You can see in the 5-minute time frame, it's had a bit of a slowdown, but there is no bullish candles. There's about a minute left for that candle to fully form, so we'll see what happens with that.
You're watching YouTube, but did you know there's a YouTube Music app where you can listen to rare covers of your favorite artists? Duh. Get YouTube Music Premium.
Might actually see one. Could be in a bit of trouble there. I don't know, it just doesn't look very convincing to me. But at the same time, look how low the RSI is, 25.64. That could be actually a buying position. So momentum has slowed down, and we could actually expect a reversal happening. Well, personally, I don't think it'll, go back up much. it will come up to maybe even half of the distance between the entry price and the current level, and that will be it. But that's looking at it from a like an hourly time frame. There isn't really anything that would kind of stop the price except for this level here where we've got the take profit marks on. So yeah, I mean I'm just gonna stay where I am. So very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Pepe's on a roll. Look at that. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. I believe I should have actually drawn out some resistance and support levels so we can kind of understand a bit more clearly where we've got some kind of strength, So let's do that now.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways.
Ooh, Doge has broken through that little consolidation that it was in. I think that is the highest price it's been so far. I feel like that actually might be the resistance level. What we currently got here at 0, 3, 3, 6, 7, 16. 3, 3, 3, 6, 7. I think that was it, wasn't it? That was got there. It does hit quite a few. I feel like it's more of a longer ranged level. I mean, that's how it looked on the 30-minute time frame anyway. So I am currently, still very positive that it will reach up to this resistance level. So as for Doge.
horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow to the sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on.
Pepe seems to be coming up even more. Doge has, I feel like it has broke that level now. Ouch. What we got going on with Pepe? It's slow, it's gradual, but it is happening. So we can't be annoyed. We can't complain. We can't complain. Doge has been a bit of, bit of consolidation. There was a bit of rejection here, and then it kind of, it's like it might have broke through now. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I think Pepe has slowed down a little bit, but Doge, yeah, slowed down quite a bit. Like it's, look at that, quite a large move there. And as for Doge, it did dip quite a bit. So, bruh. So it dipped to 0.09158, which gave us a price of around 18 something-ish. How's Pepe doing after that bigger bearish drop?
I've been reading every verse I know, every color
There we go. I think Doge is finally going to continue on that downtrend. You wouldn't even call it a downtrend, just a downwards bearish move, I reckon. Got 20 seconds left on that candle. Might be a bit of a false break, but if we do break through, then we definitely... Well, I keep trying to say definitely, but there'll be a higher probability, you know, that we will come down to that level that we spoke about earlier on, where our take profit is marked at. I hope I didn't shake that camera too much. So Pepe seems to be on track to that take profit as well. Doge, been trading Doge today. It's kind of broken through that level, but it looks like there's a bit of a, you know, resistance there from the long positions. So I feel like next time the price does come to that level, it will break through. So you can see that the resistance at that level is there. So I'm not just, you know, marks that level just for fun or, you know, but yeah, there is some kind of resistance there.
It's like a do not disturb setting for your mom.
You can see the price is trying to, like, you know, come to that level again. You try like 3 times, 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now could be the 5th. And it might actually be a proper breakout. If not, then the price could do a reversal up to, I don't even know, either this previous peak, and if it goes through that previous peak, then it will obviously come to this one. But I do believe it will break through, but that's just my analysis. So it's a pretty strong level, but at the same time it's not that strong. Pepe seems to be back on track, as you can see. Very nice. You see that sort of coming back again. So it wants to grab through that level. So we'll see if it does do that or not. It's tried multiple times, got like 4 or 5 candles on that level. So we could actually see a bigger move forming. I think I might see some consolidation, not gonna lie. I mean, the amount of times that this that dough just tested that level, it just looks like it is gonna break it. Like it's tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about five times at least. I thought, there we go. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Straight through. We're starting off the week strong. Still got a bit of way to go, so oh, unfortunately Pepe has come back down. Look at that. Unlucky for Pepe. But as for Doge has still got a little bit of way to go for it to hit sour take profit, but it's not too much actually. Currently we're sitting at 24.56 in prof. But that move is pretty sharp. Like we could even see a take profit in the next 5 to 10 minutes. As I believe this is the next level that it could have a little bit of struggle to get through to. Right, guys, I've been dying for a wee, but I can't take it longer, so I'll be back in 2 minutes. luck. Oh. Crazy. So it looks like they will just come back up a little bit, but let's have a look. 5-minute time frame. Could this be another level? Doesn't really look like it. No.
I see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape and fly away tonight. We have the world in our sight, and I know together we'll be alright. Can you see forever we will go?
Pepe seems to have come back up a little bit again. So it's slightly above our entry level at the minute. It's dipping like above and then slightly below. And as for Doge kind of, there's a bit of resistance there, and it seems to be coming back down bearish. So where are we at leaderboard wise? 7th. Last week I was 6th. Today I'm 7th. Oh no. Oh no.
As long as the world is turning, I'll be by your side. We'll keep the fire burning. I'll never see you hurt.
I think we had a look on XRP today. There wasn't too much movement. There is kind of like a downtrend. Well, there actually is a very big downtrend. You can see price was at the top here. Got peak, peak, low, peak, low, peak, peak. So if I were to so here we've got like a end to a downtrend, and then we've got a kind of like a bullish move, and then a new trend kind of continues. So we've got a peak, low, peak, and then low here. So there's like two trends, but they're kind of separate. So the price comes up for this one, and then the trend continues. So we've got a peak here, a low here, and then a peak here. Kind of like a low there, peak here, low here, peak there. Bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, and most likely a top somewhere there. Where are we with Doge? Might see some consolidation like we did here. That might actually be another level where price could like you know, have a bit of trouble getting through. But it's like here, I mean, we do have an area here where the price does start to you know, go for a bullish move, and that is, yeah, kind of in this area here. So the previous one was here, and then now we've got one here. So the next one would be exactly where we have our take profit. I feel like it would come to there, and then either it would, you know, not have enough strength, create a reversal, or we get enough strength and go through and then potentially stop out at here somewhere. 5 minutes tells us that we're still in that same move as we was. 1 minute could be like a bit of a downtrend forming, maybe. Peak here, low here, peak, and then continuation onwards. But I feel like it's a bit too early to tell. Yeah, currently we can see. Actually, no, it's very similar. We've got 50, then 50, then 49 to 51, 51 to 49. I mean, you get the point. Very equal at the minute. Very equal. Not much price action. Not much price movement. Might see some consolidation up until maybe about 5 more minutes. Something like that, and then, you know, our next move will kind of form. So you can see the wicks have all kind of stayed in a pretty consistent line. You see, so it kind of does suggest that there is some kind of level there. Like, these two definitely touch that level, so we might have a bit of trouble getting through. So you can see that's a downtrend for Pepe. Peak there. Peak, low, peak, low, peak. Most likely a low here. So for Pepe, we could actually expect the same kind of move we are expecting for Doge. And it looks as if Doge has actually gone through that level. But it might just be a little false breakout, and it'll come back up again and then try again, and we'll have like a bigger move like we did here. Like, it's just literally instant, like a massive move. But yeah, now I do think it's gonna come back up a little bit. Some bit more consolidation, and then it will either go through fully if it's got that momentum, and then potentially our next level would be that take profit that we've got marked out, or now it could come through. So we've got, so that candle has formed, so I do believe it has gone through fully. Maybe not. Spoke too soon. So Pepe has just been stopped out. And it looks like Doge is going to continue that downwards move. We're just we're getting closer and closer to our take profit. So we actually may have a bit of trouble in this area where the price is currently headed. About 0.09995. That's approximately where that level is. So. That wick is pretty large. Yeah, so might have had a bit of a reversal. There's quite a few levels actually here, so say if we do zoom out, we can see current price is here. This is another area where the market started to make a bullish move. So realistically the next area could be this one, if it does manage to break through this one, that is. And then our take profit is literally just above it. So it would come to it and then would have our take profit taken. There we go. It's broken through a bit more. So realistically now what we need it to do is break through a little bit more. I'll get rid of those actually. And it's currently here, so it might have a little bit of trouble getting through. And then the next one is he's got nothing, nothing to stop it or slow it down. So this is the next level where we could have a bit of foot back and forth, you know. What, 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes 20 left for that candle to form fully in the 5 minute time frame, and then 1 minute time frame tells us, you see the wicks are getting bigger and bigger, so realistically from the next candle we could see it breaking through that level. But as you can see, we've got kind of like a pattern here. You see, get a bullish candles and then a stronger bearish candle. Bullish candle, stronger bearish candle. Bullish candle, stronger bearish candle. Bullish candle, and potentially what we'd see now is a breakthrough that structure that we've got going on here. So like in this previous bit here, we have that bullish candle and then that bearish one kind of matches the exact point movement that the bullish one had. But minute 24 left on that, about 20 seconds ish, 20 seconds left for that to fully form. 14, 13, 12. So I believe on this level, on this line here, there might be some kind of level. If this candle fully forms, you can see we've got a touch here, a touch here, a touch here, and then maybe some like kind of mirroring in this case. About 10 seconds left on that candle to fully form, so let's have a look what happens. Bit of an interesting move we've got going on. 5 more seconds left on that candle. There we go. So what we have here is a hanging man, this candle here, and it's pretty much like an indicator for a bearish scenario, but we need to see that the rejection, we need to see a rejection, and it's important that this candle was a bearish one as well, otherwise this would be an invalid indicator. So now we actually might get a price reversal coming. does come through this level, I do think we might have to exit by the market. Yep. So it's come up to this previous kind of peak here, and now I do think the price will potentially come up to this previous high up to this level here. So that is Doge. And let's see where Pepe ended up. Yep, so that's exactly how I thought it would pan out. Pepe did drop, and then now we could actually see a potential reversal coming from Pepe. Which is very interesting. And then we had what did we look at? I think it was Pepe. We had a look at Pepe, Hype, Doge, Solana as well today. More variety on these futures today. So XRP was not looking that promising, but we could get now a reversal coming. You see we're at 33.96 on the RSI. Could be a slight indication for a price movement. We do have a bit of a never mind. For Pepe, I was expecting Pepe to come down a bit more, maybe even into this level here. But yeah, for Hype, I don't think we saw. What is that? Price went from 37.24. Say if we had that trade on, profit of 30.95. Let's just do 31. That's crazy. And that's in what? That's in 5 minutes. That's a 1 minute candle. I feel someone did that on purpose, definitely. Someone definitely did that on purpose. That's a huge candle actually. Look at it, it's massive. And you know, Hype has only got 10x leverage, so that is a pretty big move, not gonna lie. It's a very paranormal move, yeah, because that never really happens, but yeah, that is a very big move. Say we look at Pepe, I don't think we see that in any other future. Not for XRP, not for Solana, not for Bitcoin either. Ethereum, no. That's it. I think only XRP had that glitch or whatever it had. Oh no, it wasn't XRP. It was Hype. That's it. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. That is crazy. LTC. But yeah, that's that. Well, So guys, as I said before, if you haven't checked out the link, make sure you do. You can obviously trade on the same platform as I do. Every single day I'm on this platform. Very nice, very straightforward. And yeah, so if you're looking to trade, make sure you check it out. Fully transparent. And if it does go missing, obviously you will get your funds. Not missing, just, you know, if it does shut down or whatever. But yeah, been a better session today. We've had a lot of trendy markets. Well, a lot more trendy than usual, but yeah, we're getting better. You know, signal-wise, better to read the markets. Not as bad as they were on the previous sessions, because it was all just choppy, sideways moving, just very unpredictable, and, you know, not nice in general. So yeah. So if you haven't checked out previous videos, make sure you do. A lot of vital information in there on what's currently going on with the markets. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. Daily videos and a lot of important things happening. And if you subscribe, you'll probably be first to know. So there you go. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.